In today's episode, I'm going to be giving my thoughts on this gorgeous looking fella, which goes by the name of Agarwood, and it's part of the Dunhill Signature Collection, which you can now pick up at a really reasonable price if you shop around online. So to find out all you need to know about this one and whether it's worth picking up, and also why I'm a little bit frustrated with my own personal bottle, stay tuned to this episode of Mags Frags. Yes, hello again everybody and welcome to this latest episode of Mags Frags, where it's the fragrance that's the star of the show. My name's Paul and today's scent of the day is Agarwood from the Dunhill Signature Collection, which is a 10-bottle luxury range of fragrances and basically the brand's flagship line. They all come in EDP concentrations and they usually retail for around about the £120 mark, but recently I saw a few of them popping up online for around about the £50 to £60 mark, and I'd heard some really good things about this particular one, so I thought I'd take a punt and blind buy it for only £58 for this 100ml bottle size. Yeah, so into the presentation, and the box is made from a rigid cardboard with a textured finish, and it's pretty similar in design to the Tom Ford Private Blend collection with kind of this lift away top section, and the bottle sits on a plinth at the bottom. It's a dark grey anthracite colour, and on the front you've got this metallic red sticker containing the name of the fragrance and the house, and then down at the bottom is the size and the concentration, which is printed in white. There's nothing else on the box apart from just a sticker right at the very bottom, and that's got all your product information on, and it's also got your barcode and your batch code on there. The bottle is very similar to what you get with the Icon line, but instead of being opaque, all the Signature line come in these see-through glass bottles, so you can see the level of this lovely deep red coloured juice that's inside. It's of a really heavy premium quality, and every time I've reviewed the other Dunhill fragrances in my collection, I've joked about not dropping them because it'd probably break the floor, but unfortunately I did exactly that with this particular bottle, and shortly after opening it for the first time I did accidentally knock it off my kitchen table onto the hard wooden floor, and the result was the atomizer fell off. The bottle did survive, but the atomizer broke off, and part of the atomizer went inside the bottle, so it no longer sprays, which is a bit of a bummer. So after this review I'll probably have to decant this into a sprayable bottle, or maybe apply it as like a splash on cologne, but apart from that the presentation is really super high quality, and you get a really weighty click on cap, again with a magnetic textured finish around it, and it's finished in chrome, but then you also get this lovely Dunhill logo that sits in like a black onyx surround. You also get a really nice chrome plate that sits around the shoulder of the bottle there, and that features the Agarwood name and also the house there. Yeah, so the top notes in this are saffron, pink pepper, bergamot and ginger. The heart notes are black iris, violet leaf and cypress, and the base notes are suede, agarwood, tobacco and lentisque. Okay, so this one opens up fairly spicy, and you will get some of the saffron and the ginger in the opening, but straight away you'll instantly realise that this is going to take you on a journey to the a darker, sweeter side with a real masculine edge to it. It doesn't waste any time before it hits you with a huge blast of sweet leather, which is supported by some mild smokiness from the tobacco and a bit of earthy violet leaf. There's also a hint of iris in there if you really concentrate and you can manage to get through all that sweet leather accord. And all I can say about this one is wow. From very much the moment you spray it, the quality just comes through, and this smells like a really expensive niche fragrance that would fool even your most trained noses in a blind test. It smells to me a lot like ombre leather from Tom Ford, and it's also got sweeter elements that remind me a little bit of like a Zaro Wanted by Night. And I think the Agarwood name on this is slightly misleading because to me it is way more leathery than it is woody or oody, and even in the far dry down, the oud is kind of really dialed back in this one. It is fairly linear and it doesn't change that much over time. As the hours tick by, I would say that it just kind of stays the same, but that's not really a negative because from the opening spray of this, it's really nice anyway. But I've got to say, this one is certainly not going to be for everyone, and it's probably better suited to anyone who's already into niche smelling fragrances because it is on the edgier side, and anyone who's experienced designer fragrances like Invictus or Paco Rabanne 1 Million might think this is a little bit too dark and rich for them. But for me personally, I don't think there's anything too challenging or complex in here. So if you are toying with the idea of stepping over into the niche fragrance world, then this is pretty much perfect as a stepping stone to get you into more niche smelling scents. Yeah, this one is an autumn and winter fragrance, and even though it smells really expensive and high quality, for me it does have more of a casual urban scent DNA. And I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I don't tend to wear leather dominant fragrances when I'm dressed up in, let's say, a suit jacket, and I prefer to wear them when I'm actually wearing a leather jacket like today, and that way it smells authentic, like it's coming from your clothing rather than being a perfume, if that makes sense. I get more of a rock star vibe from this rather than a tailored suit kind of vibe. So if you dress on the grungier side, then I reckon this would be a perfect scent to complement your look. I think it's a pretty versatile scent and it would cover you for most situations, but perhaps just a bit too rich and resinous to wear as a work or office scent if you do work in like a small confined space. And I could imagine this to get a little bit annoying if you were to go really heavy with it. In terms of age group, I'd say this is probably suitable for guys of any age, but you're probably going to be more likely to smell it coming off someone in their 30s and 40s because it does have a bit more of a grown-up scent profile. This is an eau de parfum concentration, and even though it's a fairly decent performer that will 100% get you noticed, it's not a monster or a room filler that's going to command loads of attention and choke people out. It's got a steady to moderate projection and you'll get about 7 hours of longevity out of it, so not massive but certainly not weak either. It's a high-end designer fragrance that basically performs like a high-end designer fragrance, as it should do, so you won't be either blown away by it, but you certainly won't be disappointed either. Yeah, so if you are looking for a really high quality fragrance that's not going to bust your bank account, then you aren't going to do much better than picking up a bottle of this. For £58 that you're currently going to be paying for it, it's a total no-brainer, and one that I'd say just go online right now and purchase it straight away because it's basically a better smelling version of ombre leather, but just for half the price. Another great option would be the Icon Absolute, which again smells super expensive, along the lines of Tom Ford's Oud Wood, and you can pick this one up at an even cheaper price at around the £40 mark, but it's not got quite the level of quality ingredients as this one, so if you enjoy leather dominant fragrances, then I would say this is a total 10 out of 10 in terms of value for money. Okay, so that's about it for this latest episode, but don't forget, coming up throughout all next week, I've got no less than 4 absolutely banging brand new releases to talk about, as well as bringing you a couple of great dupes that you can now pick up for next to nothing. So it's going to be a really fragrance packed filled week next week, so don't forget to tune in for those. And as always, if you've got any value from this video and you found it useful in any way, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to the channel. And it's always great, as always, to hear your opinions and your thoughts and your critiques on all of the fragrances that featured it throughout these reviews, so keep your comments coming down in the comments section. So once again, thank you very much once again for tuning into this latest episode. Stay safe, keep smelling fresh, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Bye bye for now.